What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Macklin, aka Money Mike, the financial Thanos, because I'm snapping my fingers and I'm turning your financial problems to dust. And I want to welcome you guys to another episode with the Nomadic Financial Coach. So today I want to talk real quick about a video that I watched that was talking about the fact that when you're trying to improve, when you're trying to get better, it's not about creating good habits or trying to create good habits. What's better to do is to get rid of your bad habits. And that really resonated with me. So today, what I want to talk about is my own bad habits that I'm looking to get rid of. And if any of these resonate with you, go ahead and comment below, or just comment below with some bad habits that you may have that you may be struggling with that's keeping you from getting better. All right. So the first habit I'm going to talk about is eating sweets, or not having a good diet. I have struggled with eating sweets like pretty much my entire adult life. Like, it was really bad, like to the point where when I was younger, I would have a soda or pop, what, like I say, where I'm from, with every meal. I'm talking about breakfast, lunch, dinner. It was just something with sugar, especially drinking pop, that really just, I don't know, it was something that it just sticks with me even to this day. And why it's so important now is because, I'm really working toward getting a more fit, more aesthetic body that is, functional. That's the biggest thing. I want to make sure that when I get into my older years, I'm still able to walk around, get around, be independent, especially being that I anticipate kind of, I don't want to say being on my own, but in the event that it's just me doing this nomadic life, like for the foreseeable future, I want to make sure that I'm able to get around, be comfortable, be okay, be able to perform whatever I need to perform in order to do my day-to-day task. So what I'm looking at is basically getting rid of that bad habit of eating sweets. And the main time that I've noticed that I do that is on weekends, and also like during my downtime, during like the evening. I'll get off for the day, go ahead and get in the car, and I'll, get cookies and a pop, before I go to bed. So that is the first habit that I'm looking to get rid of, is just getting rid of the sweets, getting that out of my body, and eating more whole foods, more healthier foods. Now, if I did a video talking about my grocery shopping list, how I only basically spend $5 a day to feed myself. So if you want to check that video out, I'll put up on the screen here. You can check that out. But that's my first habit. My second habit that I'm looking to break is isolating myself. Have found that when I get in rougher situations in my life, or I get in uncomfortable situations, I start to isolate myself. Now, getting by yourself, that's not a bad thing per se. But when you start to do it for like extended periods of time, it really does have adverse effects. Like, to me, I feel like I've become less social over the years just because of the fact that, I've isolated myself during, the more difficult times of my life. Now, to me, I feel like a better course of action would be to build a better support system, or, rely upon, well, not to where you just relying upon people just to get through your day to day, but just to kind of get some of those negative things out, and develop strong relationships. I've just basically been a person who, if I have an issue, I'll kind of go to myself, analyze it, and create my own solution. Now, that's not necessarily bad per se, but again, when it becomes the go-to option where that's all you do, you learn to, you become less able to build teams and get people to help you through tasks. And as a business owner, I've found that very, very much so true, because I feel like that the nomadic financial coach, my business, a lot of things will be a lot further along probably if I reached out and got more help during my difficult times, instead of trying to do it by myself. All right, moving on to habit number three is, I feel like I don't socialize enough. I need to get out. Like obviously, I do my YouTube videos and try to build the community that way. But I think that it's very important to get out and get around people who are doing the things that you want to do. I.e., maybe joining run clubs. I had a person that I recently connected with on TikTok that suggested, going to happy hours. That's where she met a lot of her prospective clients and also, just business acquaintances, people that was kind of looking to do the same things that she's doing. So, I think that the bad habit of not getting out and socializing is something that's holding me back from growing the nomadic financial coach and my business in general. All right, habit number 4 that I want to talk about that I think I want to work on getting rid of is overanalyzing. Now, I'm a person, like I said, I'm a huge thinker. I like to tinker, I like to figure things out. That's not a bad thing. That is actually a really good thing. You want to, be able to problem solve. You want to be able to get out there and do things. But I feel like the thing that's kind of slowing me up in that process is I try to see every single step, and it holds me back. I feel like a more productive thing to do, and I feel like I've seen this before in a video where it talks about building confidence and things like that, is just kind of taking things a step at a time and deal with the problems as they come. Like let's say you read a book on um, learning how to do something. A lot of people, what they do is they try to read the whole book and learn everything versus maybe read the first step, pause, do that thing, work it through, get to the first problem, and then come back to the book and kind of navigate those next steps so that your mind is more so in a taking action mode versus just a analyzing mode. And I feel like for me that is something huge. Like just starting this YouTube channel by itself, I felt like I had to always know what the thumbnail was, always know what I wanted to talk about, always have a script, always, all these different steps, learning how to edit, all these different things. And I feel like it really slowed up my process of starting this channel. I wanted to start this channel probably like 90 days ago. Actually, it's almost like 4 months ago. And I really didn't start it until I was probably like 60 days into my nomadic financial coaching journey, which to me, I feel like we missed a lot of important steps because of that. So those are some of the bad habits that I'm looking to break in order to make myself better, to make this channel better, and to make this experience for you all better. Um, Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying my content up to this point. And if you are, make sure you like this video. Also subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below again, like I said, talking about maybe some bad habits that you're looking to break, or even um, just some insights into some things that you would like for me to talk about in my further content. But for now, that's my time. I appreciate you guys for watching, and make sure you follow me and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless you all. Gone.